Hello my succulent friends, it's me Suze, and I've just snuck in a little time to deconstruct this pot with the Cante. I didn't film it because it's a little bit boring, but you can see there was a lot of those crassulas in there, and they're actually grown so much, which is great. I'm just trying to give you a better look. And I was expecting them to be a little bit leggy, but they're not. So happy about that. Quite surprised at how much I got out of there. I remember when I took them as cuttings, they were only about this big. So that's cool. And then this is Sedum Dragon Blood. This looks not so nice. Looks like it's got some slug damage. Is that a mealy? Hang on, let's have a better look. I don't know. Might be. I'm just looking at that little spot there. But definitely something has been eating that. But I'm just looking at the roots. Anyway, I'll probably just recycle that somewhere. It's a little string of buttons, which is a little elongated, and I had put a few little ghosty graps in there. They don't look too nice, but I'll pot them up somewhere nevertheless. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with this amount of crassula. I may put them back in the pot, or some of it, or I'll repot it up somewhere else. But what I really wanted to show you was the Cante. So, a couple of interesting things to note. Air roots there, which could just happen, you know, just because it just does, or it could be a symptom that the main roots weren't doing their thing and it's trying to offset that, which doesn't surprise me because its root system is very small. I did break off a bit accidentally, but what's rattling around in my brain, just let me put this down gently. There we go. Is that if I do a head chop just under those roots, probably around here somewhere, I might be lucky and get some offsets coming off the stem. So I'm probably going to do that. I really had no intention of beheading this one. No particular reason. I just thought eventually it will throw off its own pups. But I might take advantage of these air roots and do that. Side note, I have spoken about this in a different video, but you see how the stem is wider there, and then it goes in and it's more narrow there. That distortion of not being completely even is a symptom of when you take leaves off too quickly, like this one. So, you know, you might be tempted to remove this because it's half dry, but what is this? Is that, that looks like that's a bit of a mealy web. Far out, I hate those things. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you might take this off earlier because it's dry on the end, but it will distort the shape of the stem. But normally that doesn't really make much difference because in this case it's such a broad shape you won't see it. But if you are growing them in an ornamental kind of way, keep that in mind if you're going to have exposed stems and you want it to look nice. You know, you could just trim off the dry bit until the leaf completely exhausts itself and is ready on its own accord, if that makes sense. Anyway, back to the head chopping, and then the remainder of the stem I'll repot it in just a plastic stock pot, and see what happens, see if we can multiply, if we can get our first propagation off this. I don't think I've even seen it flower, now that I think about it. A good indication if it was flowering would be an old flower stem in there. I don't see one. So yeah, so it's still, you know, I don't know how old this is. How long have I had it? Maybe about 2 years? I'll have to check my earlier photos of it. You know, my camera roll is just full of photos of succulents, but they're time stamped, which is good. It's like a little record. That might jog my memory when I got it. So I find that interesting that I haven't got a pup and I haven't got a flower. So I guess it, you know, it comes down to maturity. I think when they just get certain succulents like this, when they get to a certain age, that's when they, you know, try and propagate themselves. So that is my next step. It's getting a bit warm out here. That's okay, it's not too bad. I'm under the pergola, so I've got some shade, and I still haven't had a look at this pot yet, so that will be next. So I just cut it off camera. It's always so nerve-wracking cutting. I don't know, I still just take a good deep breath before I do it. Are you the same? Now let's have a look at this. There's some discoloration there, which makes me think maybe there was some sort of early signs of rot happening. I did try my best to cut it on an angle. I don't think it's angled enough. That's so if it gets wet from the top, it rolls off. But I will be keeping it in a dry spot, so it doesn't really matter. But what do you guys think? Do you think that that was potentially heading to rot? And maybe that's why it was throwing off these new roots. Oh, I can't handle it properly. I'm so scared. I don't want to touch the farina. And that looks like the same sort of thing there. Oh God, I'm thinking maybe I should cut it up further up. What is that on my finger? I'm so paranoid about mealies. Okay, anyway. So I'm just wondering if I should have, can you hear my dog panting behind me? It's hot out here. What is going on there? That doesn't look too healthy here either. Far out, even though it's got roots, which I'm trying to take advantage of, I think I should take another cut even closer. It's like you're some sort of like succulent surgeon, you know. There's a life depending on me here. Alright, I cracked myself up. I think I will cut it back further. Yeah, it'll grow some more roots. Alright, let's be brave. I can't do it while I'm filming, so I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm glad I've done that. Hold on. So you see the side that I just cut, it does look a little bit better. And maybe it's nothing. Maybe I'm just paranoid. I don't know. What do you guys reckon? I'm not an expert, you know. I just figure this stuff out as I go along. It's how you learn, don't you? And that looks a little bit neater. Okay, now cinnamon. Ground cinnamon. I'm not normally a person who uses cinnamon, but I'm trying to get into the habit a bit more. I keep thinking I got mealies on my nails. It's farina. I'm so paranoid about mealies. So I'm going to sprinkle some on there, and maybe I might put some in a tray and dip that in. That might be easier. Well, maybe I'll just sprinkle it. Anyway, why do we do it? Apparently it helps promote roots, and it helps with making it antibacterial or something like that. I don't normally bother, but you know, it'd be interesting to see and do it. I do it a bit now, is what I'm trying to say, but normally I haven't really given it much time. But I do have a bottle out here with me, so let's do it. Right, I've done that, so I potted up the remaining roots and stem. There's the cinnamon, and I've actually done the right thing and labelled it. I don't always do that because I'm forgetful or lazy. So please give me some little baby Cantes. And I've got some cinnamon on that one. Again, this is not something I normally do. You guys might have a lot more experience in it, and you know better than I do how well it works, but it surely can't hurt. So now I could put it all back together, top up the soil, potentially put these back in around it, but not yet. Let's oh god, don't want to ruin Farina, but the bottom leaves are already they're going to go anyway. So I'm just going to leave it in this tray for a day or two and let it callus over. You can also just sort of stand them on an empty pot and that will hold it up. So we'll put this project aside for now and we'll have a look at this honey bunny. So this morning I went on Amazon and I bought a Lazy Susan. Ironically, that is my name, Susan. But I don't have one. But I think it's time to upgrade a few things. And if I have my Lazy Susan, I can spin the pots better and do these kind of videos where I show you what I get up to with my pots. And I also invested in a tripod camera stand that goes full height. So that could potentially free up my hands more, so that's good. I don't think I need to do anything to this pot except admire it. See, this is where my Lazy Susan would come in handy. I'm trying to spot any signs of mealies, and this one's looking really good. Do you know, I mealies, okay. You know, people get very concerned about, oh, they're going to infect every single plant. There are some succulents they will avoid and some they just love, like Crassula Campfire, the stuff that gets really brilliant red. Well, they always get mealies, always. But you could have something sitting right next to it and they won't even go to it. There must be different flavours of something that they like. So I've never really had a major problem with this one. Couldn't hurt to sprinkle some systemic in there, but I'm just not sure how I'd get it in there. So I just sort of try and fill it in through the spaces. Sure, I'm not going to bother with that because the Farina just looks lovely at the moment. And sorry about those scratchy noises. Again, that's where the Lazy Susan would come in handy. Is that crest? I think it is. Oh, isn't that getting sweet? Let's see if we can see its stem. Let's see if it's really... Oh, it is turning into a true crest. I do have some of these as crests. So that's cool. I could take that off, but not yet. It's still kind of small. Let it grow a bit. It's a little bit dark under here. What is this? So the lighting might be not that good. I'm just thinking about taking cuttings. Nope, can't do it. It's just going to stay as it is. I think it's just perfect. Happy girl, happy girl. Alright, that's a little quick vlog for today. And hopefully I'll see you guys really soon. Bye. I wanted to sincerely thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you liked it and subscribed to my channel. Also, you can find me as S's for Succulents on my Instagram and Facebook page, where I post daily photos with tips and information. So come and hang out with me there. It's a great place to chat and connect. Thank you.